I guess all. I hope Krishna, everybody was there in the initial
No, some
this
one
thing.
or more people.
So, do you want me to run them through the basics
No,
of
no, no,
it,
no. You
or
can
should we
start with the
start?
first day. Just five minutes of it, and then you can start with the first day itself. Just 5 minutes
Understood,
of it.
understood.
Okay.
So let's quickly go to see the PPT. Just a second, I am sharing my screen. I hope I am audible. You can just thumbs up and Krishna can let me know. Guys, you can thumbs up and Krishna can let me know that you can hear me. Or you can write it on chat, whatever you like. So is my screen visible now? Anybody? Is the screen visible now?
Yes, yes, it's visible, Ram.
Okay, understood. Yeah. Python. What is actually Python? Python is nothing but a programming language. Okay? So it is nothing but a programming language, but it has some added features. It is a programming. Please mute yourself, please. Hello. Please mute yourself, please. Hello. Yeah, thank you. So I was saying that is a programming language, but it is a programming scripting language. So this is a new word that has been evolved, which is called scripting. So scripting is nothing but an intervention of AI. So AI is what at artificial intelligence. So what it does is that what it is not always like garbage in and garbage out. So a coder, in programming, what a coder does is that he just compiles a code and the output he gets, as per the code that he has written. So there is no third party which is actually reviewing the code. So if the code is wrong, then the output will also be wrong. But in scripting language like Python, what happens is that the code is written by the coder again, but the code is evaluated based on the output that we require. Okay. So if the output, if the output that you have chosen is crystal clear, then somewhere Python allows you to actually assess that code. At the same time, it gives you the suggestion how to actually rectify it. Okay, so Python is more focused on the output rather than input. We are going to see it further. So this is what we give you, that is not that important. Yeah, Python is a general purpose programming language that is often applied in scripting roles. So just try to see the word scripting roles. Scripting roles is nothing but it is actually an AI that is working behind or you can say in the favor of Python. And in this kind of scripting, somewhere it assesses the code and then only it gives you the desired results. Okay, Python is a programming language as well as scripting language. So as I told you earlier also, that it is a programming language, at the same time it is a scripting language, right? Python is also called as interpreted language. So this word interpreted is going to be used many times in Python, because interpreted is what system is actually interpreting. System is what doing what system is actually interpreting the code, and then it is allowing the output to come. So interpreting means it is understanding the code. So system is not garbage in and garbage out in Python. In Python, it actually grasps what you have to say, and on the basis of that, it actually gives you the desired results. So it is more output oriented, and that's why it interprets the code, and then only it allows you to go further. So far, any doubt to anybody? Okay, so we will just move forward. Difference between program and scripting language. So what is the difference between programming and scripting language? A program is executed. That is, the source is first compiled. The source of the program is just compiled. Okay, Once it is compiled, and then the results of the compilation is expected. So first step is to compile the code, and then the result is expected. Okay, a program is in general is a sequence of instruction written so that a computer can perform certain tasks. So this is just like, if you ask the computer to write 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, okay, so it is going to write that. But if you skip 8 in between, and if you run a command which says that write 1 to 10, so maybe it might skip the 8, and it can give you 7 9 and 10, right? But what happens in scripting language, if you write, I need an output of 1 to 10, so it interprets and it directly gives you 1 to 10 without skipping any number. So this is what scripting language does, where there is an intervention of AI, and that AI allows the code to be assessed, and once the code is assessed, then you get the desired results of it. Okay, then when we talk about scripting language, a script is interpreted. Script is interpreted. That means script is what? The whole story. Story means the output. So that is interpreted. So output is first interpreted, what actually you want. Just like, if you suppose, if I tell you to, there are two ways of telling you to, just give me a cup of, maybe give me a cup of tea. So one is to, just tell you simply that, go and get the cup of tea for me. But in programming language, what happens is that first you will start with the step that you need to get up, then you need to move towards your right, then you need to go 3 steps, then you towards your right, and then there is a kitchen, there you need to go, and then you need to take out all the material for making the tea. Then you just put the pan, and then you just put everything in the pan, and then you just turn on the knob for the gas, and let the tea cook for some period of time. This is what programming language does. But when we talk about Python, why Python is used so much? It is because of the fact that it is actually AI. It actually understands in a very limited scope of code, that what actually do you want. Just like, if you might have seen a movie like Three Idiots, in that the professor says to Amir Khan that कहना क्या चाहते हो. So Python is that. So Python is trying to understand what you actually want to have as an output, and on the basis of that, it allows you to give the input. So far, any doubts, guys? 2 minutes for doubts, and then we can go forward. Any doubts? Yes, no, anything? Krishna, you have voice? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So any doubts for anybody? Or we
No, up
shall
to now,
move forward?
yeah, up to now, good.
Great, okay. So just mute yourself, and then I'll get back to you again. So yeah, programming, there is a difference between programming and scripting language. I'll just try to brief you in short. So like, programming is Java, C, C++ is what programming language is. But see carefully, JavaScript. So now once the JavaScript is into place, the people who have learned Java actually have migrated to JS. Okay. So now you might have a lot of vacancies for people who know JS. It is because of the fact that Java has script also now. So Java can also analyze now. Okay. And of course, Python is also there. Then the execution. Programming is compiled. Programming is what? Compiled. It is just compiling the data. It is not doing any good to it, but it is only doing a compilation. But in scripting language, it is interpreted. Guys, you need to see this word interpreted. You need to put that in your mind that this is interpreted. This is understanding the code and this is understanding the output and trying to make both the things meet. Okay. Nature. Programming is code intensive. Sorry. So the code is the king and the coder is the king in programming, but it is not the case in scripting. So in scripting, it is less code intensive as compared to traditional programming language. It is more output intensive, right? So it focuses more on the output rather than the input. So create binaries or executables which execute from system's memory. So see, in programming language, if you might have observed that there is a system, there is a manual system that is installed in your PC, and that system works. Okay, so for learning C++, you need to have some certain software installed into the memory of your system. But we are going to see how we can use Python just by using a web browser. Okay, so that is the beauty of Python. It can be used by anybody at any point of time and anywhere in the world. Just you need internet connection and that's it. Okay, complexity. It can be a tricky affair after a for a beginner to understand. Obviously, it is very difficult for a beginner to understand because for programming, it is a hell lot of exhaustive course, which runs for 5 to 6 years, and there are a lot of academic qualifications regarding the same. But when we talk about Python, it is quite easier. It is actually the easiest coding language ever. Okay, the program has a set of instruction converted into executables, as I told you earlier, based on the idea of scripts. So again, there is a very very good statement that it is what it is actually doing. It is based on the idea of script. What is the idea? What is the purpose? It actually tries to understand the purpose, right? So once the purpose is understood, then the code is actually being interpreted on the basis of the purpose. So guys, can you all mute yourself, please? Thank you. So running. See, programming run independently of any exterior program, right? So this can be a demerit for Python because Python is dependent upon the other program. So suppose what we are going to do is that we are going to see that we are going to go into the web browser and then we are going to go into Jupyter, which is a platform for Python. Under Jupyter, there is one more platform called NumPy, and under NumPy, we are going to have our Python programming. So it is actually dependent upon 2 or 3 programs to actually run Python. But at the same time, why it uses all these programs? Because it is user friendly. At the same time, it can be used from anywhere in the world. Okay, it requires just your internet connection. That's it. It can run once the internet connection is available. It can run. But when we talk about program, so obviously program runs independently because there is a software that gets installed. Okay, without that you can not run a program. So not wasting much time, we will just go into the practicals. I think that you will somewhere you will get more things from the practical than theory. So guys, what you need to do, type is jupyter.org, jupyter.org. Okay, enter. See, there's a whole website for Jupyter. Okay, so there are many platforms to use actually Python, but we are suggesting you to use Jupyter because it is quite user friendly. At the same time, it is fast as well. So here it gives you 2 options. Okay, install and try it on your browser. So you can install it at the same time. You can try it on your browser as well. So we are not going to install for the time being. Maybe from the next session you can install and then we can use it. But for this session, we are going to try it in your browser so that I can show you how you can do the coding from anywhere in the world. Right. So once you have clicked on that, it gives you many options of Jupyter. So what we need to use? We need to use Try Classic Notebook. and then this binder will run for some period of time, and then we are going to be on the page of Python. Right, this is the kind of page that will come. Okay, now you need to go into File, New Notebook, and Python 3. See, there is a tab that has opened. Okay, so till now, anybody has any doubt? Please, guys, you need to ask doubts. Otherwise, I am feeling as if I am, just saying and saying, and nobody is there to listen. So you need to either answer. You need to, whether it is clear or all clear, or it is not actually, getting into your mind, or how it is. So I am not getting any, feedback. So guys, you need to speak up. You can write on chat as well if you have any issue. Okay, great, Ram. Anybody else? One more answer, and then we are going to go forward. Anybody else? Can you just write on the chat? Very good. Great. So this is the main page on which we are going to write the coding. Okay. So now the first thing is you need to go into view and make toggle line numbers. So why we are doing this? Because we don't want, a single line to run again and again. We can, we can have multiple lines to be run at the same time. So that's why we are giving it a line number. So see, one number has come. So if you remove this, the number will disappear. So you need to go into view and then toggle line numbers. Okay. So far, any doubts? Just a second, guys. Hello. Yeah, guys, can you hear me now?
Yes, Rahul, it's clear.
Okay, great, great. So I'll just start, writing the code. So the first thing, as I told you, that we are going to go into the Jupyter. Then there is a sub portal or sub platform which is called NumPy. The first thing that we need to do is that we need to import NumPy as NP. So I'll just break down the code for you. So import NumPy is what we are going to do as the first step to run any kind of Python code. Okay. The first thing that you need to do is that you need to import NumPy. Okay. So what it does is that it allows you to actually enter into NumPy, and once NumPy is entered, then you can actually write the code onto it. So NumPy is nothing but just a sub platform to Jupyter, and it allows you, just like Panda is also there. So we are going to run on Pandas as well, but first we are going to focus on the NumPy, most popular sub platform for Python. So we are going to focus on. You just need to you need not understand what is NumPy. Rather, you can just think it as a sub platform. Okay. So there is no such need of knowing what is NumPy and why we are using it. Instead of doing that, we have a lot of things to learn in coding. So we are going to focus on where we need to write the codes. Okay. So NumPy we need to import, and this is the only step in which NumPy is used. Now this is okay. Import NumPy is okay. Okay. But why it is as NP? So suppose I have just given it a code NP. So if in every formula, if I just make it import NumPy, so in every formula I need to write this whole NumPy word of 5 letters. I don't want that word to write again and again. what I'll do is that I'll just put NP. Okay, numpy as NP. Okay. So far, any doubts? I'll just show you why we use NP. No, why we are actually putting a code, because in every kind of formula, we don't want to repeat numpy again and again, because it is going to kill a lot of time of ours. Okay, so in place of NP, you can write AB, AC, AD, whatever you want to like. So this has no relevance. The only thing is that we are just giving numpy as a code. So far, any doubts, guys? Two or three people can answer, and then we can move forward.
Clear, Rahul.
We have a lot of things to cover.
Clear, Rahul.
Yeah, clear. Go ahead.
Okay, great. So I'll just start with writing array1 space equal to space, okay, np dot array, okay, np dot array, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a bracket. I'm just going to explain you. Just let me write the whole code first. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is the code that I have written. Now I am going to break the code for you. Okay. So again, this ARR1 is just a code, or just what we can say, constant thing that I have written. It has no relevance with the formula. So it is just written so that I can use ARR1 again and again in my other formulas. So I am just giving a value to ARR1. ARR1 can be ABC1, ACD1, whatever you want to like. So it has no relevance. Okay. The only thing is that it is just a name. Okay. So this can be used in further formulas. That's why I have given. I don't want to write again and again this whole thing. Okay. So that's why I am just making it as ARR1. So ARR1 is equal to np dot array. So NP, as I told you, that NP is used for using the formula. Okay. So once you import numpy, then again and again you need to put NP to write the formulas. Okay. So it is np dot array. So np dot array is the formula that we need to use it. Okay. So this is important. Np dot array is something that you need to actually understand. Why NP? Because it is numpy. So for numpy, we have given as NP. Okay. And dot array. Dot array. Okay. Now I want this output. Can you see all 1, 2, 3 with square bracket is what I want. Okay. This is the output that I want. Okay. So whenever we are going to use digits, guys, please listen to me. Whenever we are going to use digits, we are going to put it in square bracket, period. You want to write it, you can write it anywhere. Whenever we are going to use digits, we are going to put square bracket. Okay. So I want digits as an output. That's why I am putting square bracket, right? And this is the bracket, this curvy bracket is what we are going to use for the output. Okay. So whatever the output that I want, this is the 1, 2, 3 is the output that I want. Okay. So for that, I am using curvy bracket. Okay. So this is the output that I want, and this is the curvy bracket then I need to put in order to get the desired results. Understood? Clear? So far, any doubt? Anybody? Any doubt? I want every code to go into your veins. Okay. It should be, it should be crystal clear. If there is any, even in an iota of doubt, you just let me know. I am not going to move forward until unless you understand each and every code. Okay. So if you have even slightest of a doubt, you can ask. I can repeat it 100 times, but the only thing is that you need to ask me. Any doubts? So guys, you can hear me? Any doubts? You can just use chats to answer. No doubts? Shall we go ahead? Shall we move on? Hello, shall we move on? Sure, sir. Okay. Okay. Great, Dhaval. Great, Pankaj. Yeah. So this is the code that I've written. Okay. So the next step is I'll just put it like as print bracket ARR1. So now you can understand why I have given a code to a formula, because again, if I wanted to print this thing again, I had to write the whole thing again. I don't want to use that. I want to write it once, and this is a reference that I'm going to use again and again. So I'm going to print ARR1. So can anybody tell me what is going to be the output that I'm going to get? Anybody? See, it is going to be, see, I'll try to tell you one thing. It is going to be the most interactive session that you have ever attended. Okay. It is not Udemy. It is not YouTube where you are just listening to what I am saying. It is an interactive session. I'll ask you also to share your screen and show me how you are doing the coding. Okay. Maybe in the next class, we are going to take each and every one of your system and we are going to see. Okay. So any doubts and answer? Yeah, answer. I need the answer. What it is going to give the output? No, at output as an array. No, I want the output, what it is going to display. So once I see, I have written the code, I have not run it. So this is the run that I need to do. So I'm asking, when once I run this code, what the output that I'm going to get? Please guys, participate. Without participating, you are not going to learn anything. So please participate. I don't want you to. Yeah, very good, very good. Some answers are coming. Very good, Dhawal. Superb, Pankaj, superb. Very good, very good. So we have got two answers. Okay, one is 1, 2, 3, and one is bracket 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's that. Then a super participation from you guys. Very good, Pankaj. Very good. Vengama, very good. Dhaval, very good. Okay, now let's see. I think it's, the page has expired. Just a second now. See, what is the output? So one of you was I actually correct. I guess it was Vengamma. So very good, very good. So why I tell you, why this kind of output has come. So see, whatever you write in this curvy brackets is what you are going to get the result, and these commas will be removed out of it. Okay, so it is an array. So in array there are no commas. There is all space. It can be like 3 by 3 array, 3 by 2 array, 2 by 3 array, right? So what is this 3 by 3, 2 by 3? It is rows and columns. So first row and then column, right? So very good. Those who have even tried, Dhaval, Vengamba, and Pankaj, very nice, very nice. So you guys were quite near to it. Okay, so let us try one more thing. Print, or what we can do is that I'll just remove print from here. So I'll just remove the print. Now tell me what is going to be the answer. Guys, please participate. We have like 6 people, but only 2 or 3 are participating. I want 100% participation. That is how we are going to learn it. Please, guys, write. Anybody? Dhaval, Pankaj, Vengamma. Anybody want to guess it? You can guess it also. There's no issue. Anybody?
It's given error.
It is going to give an error. Okay. Who was it? Who is this? Hello.
Dhaval.
Dhaval. Okay. Okay. Glad you answered. Dhaval. Very good. Anybody else? Okay. So let us run it. See what it has given. From here, it has given the whole output. Right? So what is the difference between print and ARR1? See, suppose if you have a file, okay, in your system, if you take the print out of it, okay, if you take a printout, then that printout cannot be changed. You can change it through pen or something like that, but that printing cannot be changed, right? And cannot be further used also. Like suppose if I use that, can I use the physical copy of print to generate something else? No, we cannot use it, right? The same way, the previous version of output, that was 1 2 3, cannot be used further, but this array can be used further. So that's why I have put is I have put ARR1. I did not put print. Guys, are you getting me why I am doing print and without print? So without print, this whole output is going to come to me. Okay. And why I need this output? Because I need to use this output for further formulas. But when I talk about print, so that print cannot be used for further formulas. It is just a kind of image that has been created. But I don't want image. I want something that can be edited. Image cannot be edited. So once you print it, it is actually converting itself into an image. Understood? So far, any doubts? Hello, any doubts? Any doubts about? I think there should be
No
some
doubt,
doubt
sir.
with. There should be some doubt with ARR1 and print ARR. Okay. I guess if you participate, then the doubts will definitely come. Okay. So shall we move on?
Yes.
Shall we move on, guys? Okay. So let us try one more formula. ARR2 space equal to space and P dot array. Okay. Then curly bracket, then one bracket, 1 2 3, then again comma, then again bracket, 1 2 sorry, 4, square bracket. Okay. So what I am doing is that this, hello, can you hear me, guys? You can write it on chat. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Great. So see, this is the formula that we had written earlier also, and this is the bracket that we had used earlier also. So now I am actually using two of such two of such arrays. Okay. So one more thing, one more main thing worth noticing was here. See, in print option the commas were gone, but in array option the commas are still there because this can be further used. This can be further edited. Okay, but the print cannot be edited. That's why there was no comma or nothing like that. Okay. So coming back to the second formula, so it is 1 2 3 4 5 6. But this, don't forget to put this bracket also. So this bracket is also necessary. So it is not the case that you can just put this thing into picture and don't you forget to put this. If you forget to put this, then you are not going to get the answer. You are going to get the error. Okay, so this and this is curly bracket. Okay. So may I know what answer we are going to get? Please, guys, participate. Please, I am telling you, please participate. No answer is right. No answer is wrong. This is the first class of Python. I am not here to judge you guys. 2D array, very good, Pankaj. So can you just write it down what it is going to show? Yeah. So one more thing, just a second. Here, if I do ARR2, I am not printing. I am not printing it. I am just doing ARR2. So what actually I am going to get? You just use the previous formula. You just on the basis of the previous formula, you can tell me what it is going to come. You can just write on the chat. Please, guys, participate. Without participation, we would not be able to learn properly. Please. So can anybody write the code for me? What output it is going to come? Pankaj, Dhaval, Vengamma, anybody? Please, guys, again and again, I'm telling you, please try to get involved. Without involvement, it is not going to help you. At the end of the day, you need to write the codes. Very nice, Dhaval. Very nice. So let's see what answer comes. Superb, Dhaval. Superb. Very nice. No issues, Pankaj. No issues. Huh? See, guys, one more thing. Try to join through laptop, because I am going to ask you to show your screen. I am going to ask you to write the codes in front of me, and everything that I am going to teach you, I am going to ask you to perform in front of all. Right? So there is, since you have enrolled for the course, you have to learn it, right? There is no second choice. You need to learn it. I'll make sure that you learn. Okay. So try to be through the system. Today, who all is there with the system? We are going to go to their system. Okay. And we are going to somewhere, ask them to do it live for us, so that actually, we can learn, learn from it. So any doubts on this output? Anything that you are, you think that, yes, okay. So Pankaj, yeah, this is the output. I have already given it to you. So very good, guys. Keep on chatting, keep on giving me the answers, okay, so that I can get motivated. See, I already had a long day in office, and still the kind of energy that I'm putting it in, you also need to give the same energy to me, right? Okay. So again, in this case, if I just do a print, so I'm going to get only the inside of it. Whatever is there is no, in the code, whatever is there inside the code is what I am going to get. Any doubts you can write on chat. Please, guys, participate. Again and again, I'm telling you to participate, just because I want you to learn. Your time and my time, everybody's time is quite precious. Okay. Any doubts?
All clear.
All clear? All clear? All clear means you have not understood anything. It should not be all clear. All clear means it is going to go above your head. Okay. So it should always be clear. Okay. So we cannot use print and array both at the same time. See, we are using both at the same time here, but it is giving us the print. Okay. So we cannot use it both. We can use either array, ARR, and then we can use print. Understood? Understood, guys? Great. So let us move forward. Okay. So suppose I write one more thing, print ARR1. Guys, just AR2, sorry, not shape. Just try to understand why I have given this ARR2, because I don't want to write again and again the whole formula. That's why I have given it a reference, and again I'm using that reference. So that is the reason why we do referencing, because when there is, this is only one line item code. Suppose there is a 20 line item code. Again and again, you would not copy paste and write it. It will be very clumsy to look. So what I do is that I just use the referencing. Okay. So I'll just put ARR2 dot shape. Shape is what is going to tell us what are the digits, how many digits are there inside. So it should technically give me the answer what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what answer it gives. 2 by 3. Okay. So 2 by 3, how it is giving the answer? It is giving me an answer on the basis of the array it is. So this is what? 2 row array. So first always row comes. Okay. First always row comes. Understood? And second always column. So how many columns are there? 1, 2, and 3. And 3 2s are 6. Okay. So ultimately my answer is 6, but it would show us as 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay. Understood? So suppose if I put print ARR1 dot shape, okay, and then run it. So it is what it is giving me 3. That means it has 3 columns. That's it. No rows. You got my point? Guys, please ask. Please ask. If you are not clear, please ask. Any answer, whether it was okay? Should I repeat it? Should I move on? What has to be done? Any answers? Anybody?
Guys, if anybody has any questions, please ask to Rahul.
See, this is the first batch that I am taking where nobody is asking questions. I have taken, Krishna knows it. I have taken so many batches, but this is the first batch that I am going the least. I am getting the least questions. So I am myself losing confidence in me. So guys, please ask questions. And I am, Krishna is witness. I am putting maybe 200, 300% of what I put in other classes. So, okay, Pankaj, great. So let us move on. So see, every class of mine will be 45-50 minutes of mine talking, and then 45 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes, whatever is remaining, is we are going to go into the systems of yours. You are going to be the host and we are going to be the guest, and you are supposed to teach us Python. Each and every person of you have to do it. Each and every person of you who is through system today have to do it. Okay. So be prepared for that. You cannot just skip it. You need to perform. Okay. So move on. So let's move on. Okay. So now let us write some more formulas. Print ARR1. Okay. And then this square bracket. I told you that whenever you need to write the integers, you need to put the square brackets. So what I am asking it to print ARR1. Okay. And suppose I am putting here 0. Can anybody tell me what the answer it is going to come? This is a very crucial point, guys. You need to understand it. You need to learn it. So any answers? What answer am I going to get? ARR1 0. See, this is a Python batch. The only thing is that you need to, before using any kind of language, you need to learn the basics of it. Okay, you can say it data science, you can say it data analytics, you can say it Python, or you can say it anything else. What you need to understand is, see, our batch is starting from the basic, the very core of it. Okay, so that's why we are sharing with you the basics of it. I don't want you to just start flying. You need to just start by getting up and then walking and then running, and then you might feel like flying, then you can fly. Okay, so this is a batch which is going to start from the basics of programming. That's why I told you that anybody can do it. If I had to teach only data science students, then the topic would have been in the same way. See, so I want you to start from the very basic of it. Understood, Pankaj? So these data science, data analytics, Python, okay, machine learning, these all are interrelated. This is not something a separate subject. Data science is not a separate subject, and Python also comes under data science. Or you can say data science comes under Python, or both we can work together. Data analytics also comes under Python. So these are all interrelated uh, interrelated learnings. Okay, so once you start with Python, you might find data science quite easy, machine learning quite easy.
Guys, if anyone is facing issue, please respond
So
to
any answer for
Rahul.
this?
Yes.
So what is the answer? Print ARR10. Please give me the answers quickly. Okay, okay. Vengamma is there. Okay, very good, Vengamma. Any other?
One index 0 1.
Who is this?
Dinesh.
Dinesh.
Yes,
Right,
sir.
right. So Dinesh and Vengamma is absolutely right. It is going to be 1. Why?
Okay.
Because see,
Index
in Python, the first digit is always 0. Okay, it always starts
okay.
with 0. Understood? It always starts
yes,
with
sir.
0. That you need to keep in your mind. Okay, so this is 0, this is
Okay.
1, and this is 2, and this is again 0, this is 1, and this is 2. And now here also try to focus, just mute yourself and try to focus. This is 0,
Okay, sir.
this is 0, this whole is 0. Okay, and this whole is 1. Understood? Yes. So as I told you, again I am repeating it. Try to understand one thing. This is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. This is again 0, this is 1, and this is 2. And when we go out in outside bracket, this is the outside bracket. So this whole is 0 and this whole is 1. Okay, so suppose if I write print maybe 0, sorry, bracket 0, and again maybe bracket say 1. Can anybody tell me what is going to be the answer? Just be fast. We have a lot of things to cover, and we need to go to your system also.
4.
Somebody was saying something, yeah?
Yes, sir. I am Dinesh. 4 answer.
Okay. Okay, you are saying 4 will come.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Any other answer? or all are agreeing with Dinesh, or thinking what?
Sir, first two-dimensional array, sir. In
Sorry.
this program, for two-dimensional array, sir.
Okay.
First dimensional index of 0
Okay. Yeah.
and next dimensional index of 1.
Yeah. So what would be the output as per you?
So 0 and 1, it's 4.
0 and 1 is
4.
4. Let's see. Error. So Vengama might be, using, Python with me. So that might be one of the reasons why I got the answer. That's great. So I'll just tell you how, you need to write it. So suppose I have written ARR 1 or maybe ARR 2. Okay. Then you need to put bracket
Yeah, okay, sir.
1 and then bracket, say not 1. If I say you just put 0 and put 1. Okay. 2. Now you got the answer. And how you got the answer? See, I told you this is 0 and this is 1. Okay. So what I have written is that 0 and 1. Okay. So this is 0. This is 0. And what is the one place? One place is 2. The first, because this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. Okay. So I want in indexing, I want the 0 first, which is 1, 2, 3. And then the second step I want is 1, which is 2. Suppose if I write 2 here, what would be the answer? Quickly, guys, quickly. Yes, very right, Vengamma. Very nice. What is the answer for this? 0, 2. Please, guys, be fast. What is the answer? Three. Who is writing? Vengamma. See, guys, only limited people are, actually interested in giving the answers. It is not going to happen. It should not happen. So suppose I have done 0 and 2. That makes the answer what? Obviously 3. Okay. So suppose if I do like this 1 and maybe 1. So now Pankaj and Vengamma is not going to answer. Others have to answer. So I'll just put in front of you the array. What should be the answer, please? Okay, Vengamma and Pankaj can answer. Very nice, Vengamma. So it is 5. Okay. So now, I am just stop to share. Now, who is ready to share his screen with me so that I can make him the host? Dhaval, Vengamma, Pankaj, whosoever is through system, just raise your hand. Please, guys, raise your hand. If you don't raise your hand, then Okay, Dinesh, great, great, Dinesh. So Dinesh, I am going to make you the host, okay? Or maybe there is one more option through which you can share. Multiple participant can share simultaneously. Okay. So now, Dinesh, you can share your screen with us. Dinesh. Hello, Dinesh. Can you hear me? Please share your screen. Hello, Dinesh. Anybody else? Okay, Dinesh, no issues. Anybody else? Vengamma, Pankaj, Dhaval. Dhaval, are you on system? Hello. Akash, Vengamma, anybody?
Sir, I'm using mobile, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. No issues. Dhaval. Dhaval, can you hear me? Okay. Pankaj is also on phone, right? Ramesh, everybody cannot be on phone. I cannot, digest that. Ramesh, can you hear me, Ramesh? Ramesh and Akash, you both are not actually responding, boss. It would be difficult for me to teach if you guys don't participate. Everybody is using mobile now. Akash, can you hear me? Hello, Akash.
Rahul, you can overflow now today. It's okay for them. Okay.
Okay, no issues.
Okay.
Thank
So
you very
tomorrow,
much.
Thursday, we'll
Guys,
start.
please, the only request to you is, and I would want the help from Krishna also. See, very limited people are actually, I should say, most of them are actually interacting, but Akash, Ramesh, or some, to some extent, Dinesh also, you guys, you need to speak up. Okay. Without that, this activity will turn out to be a futile activity. So please don't let it happen and try to be participative. Thank you very much.